They are really looking forward to see Luffy get devoured. Ooh! 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 Damn, he turned that panther into Fanta. Now, BOA Hancock is another pirate, another warlord that is really not down with the world government like that, which is very new to me because each and every warlord is down with the world government. On the previous episode, BOA Hancock was supposed to fall in line and come to the aid of the world government. She did the opposite. Not only did she refuse, when the soldiers tried to push on her, she turned them to stone. But I think she made a mistake because she did not finish the job. Letting the Vice Admiral to live just means that he's going to go and relay her message to the world government. And we've seen mess with the soldiers, mess with the world government, mess with the celestials, dragons. It's a big problem. But the difference here is BOA Hancock is a warlord. She still wants to maintain her position. She still wants to have her title, but she's not going to put her soldiers, her own people, in jeopardy by backing the world government, which I think it's a big crime. So, what happens now? What type of consequences is she going to receive? Without further ado, let's check out the next episodes and see what took place.
開門ヘビ姫様のおかえり
Okairi, Okairi, she has returned.
おかえりなさいませクジャ海賊だ
She bluntly told the Vice Admiral, do as you wish.
かっこいいな私もいつか海賊団に入るんだ
He told her, if you don't fall in line, the deal is off. Yet, she said, do as you wish. She does not give a rat's ass.
ご苦労様でした集め車のご用意が
変わりはないか
ええ何事も
Happened? Nothing happened.
4番様そうねあさっき中枢の者たちがくれた新聞があったわ
She took resources from those Marines.
にょんと戦利品の中からよりすぐった極上の宝石をこちらに用意しました宝石すらも色あせる微笑み
その程度の飾りわらわの美しさを邪魔するだけだ
Really?
えにしだこれは何じゃ
それは村の子供たちがヘビ姫様にと一生懸命作った粘土細工でございます
So they literally worship her.
そんな汚いものを城へ運び込むな早く捨てて床を掃除しておけ
Damn, she is different. She kicked a poor cat through a jewelry and the clay made of her image by kids, she pushed it down.
4番様一体どこから
どこからでも入れる。
つまみ出せ
待て、ヘビ姫。
What kind of princess is she, man? She wants to kick the old geezer out?
沖に中枢の者たちの船が停泊しておりますにゃ。中枢より召集のかかったそなたを連れに来たにょじゃないか。なぜ行かれにゅ。お行きなんかしさえすれば協定は守られる。
でも
わらは怖い
はあ、まるで子犬。
She didn't agree to fall in line with the
今
world
この
government?
国はそなたの七部会という称号に守られておるのじゃ。一昔前まではカームベルトという強力な防御網がこの島を外敵から守ってくれ。
She didn't fall in line
称号を
because
失いただの海賊国家に戻れば
that's the reason
惨
why
劇
she
を
didn't fall in line. Really?
そなたの未来を照らしてくれよ。にょんにょん
She's gonna do hocus pocus
にょんにょろん
if she's going to survive?
出たによ。
She just wrote that shit. She just wrote that.
放り出せ今すぐじゃ
She is bent on not going to war with the world government.
そなたの時代はとうの昔に終わったのじゃアマゾンリリー先々先代皇帝グロリオーサ
何？
わらわの気まぐれで国が滅びようとも皆許してくれるわらわが美しいから
She's a narcissist. She's a big narcissist herself. Main
やから
character
村の片隅で
ideology.
ひっそりと暮らしておるわ。にょにょにょ。
She is dragging her by her hair.
いえうせや
おにょれヘビ姫。にょ。
Damn, not only did she drag her by her hair, she tossed her out of her chambers.
そんな時ありますよね
割れた窓も掃除いたせ
She is a character. She is,
どうしい女よ
damn, man. I did not expect all of this from her.
手が汚れた湯の準備はできておるか
直ちに勧告を出します。
And they haven't told her about the intruder, the male intruder.
直ちに場外へ。
Those snakes are now biting them.
ゴルゴン三姉妹の秘密。そうよ。
見張りは任せたぞ。
はい、姉様。
ごゆるりと。
ゴルゴンとは昔中枢の海にいた怪物の名前よ。目を合わせた者の体をたちまち石に変えて手に、なんとその怪物ゴルゴンを見事に討ち取ってしまったの。
Interesting.
だけど怪物は断末魔の瞬間、3人の戦士に恐ろしい呪いをかけてしまった。大きな目が刻まれ、衣服を脱ぎ、その目をあらわにすると、その揚力で近くにいる人間たちは皆石になって死ぬという呪い。
Damn, that makes a lot of sense. So that's the reason why she doesn't want people coming into the palace, into her chamber.
で決して衣服を取ることはない。弱みの時には誰も近づけないように、こうやって陣を張るのよ。
That is crazy. So they unalived Medusa, because it's the story of Greek mythology.
それを借りれりゃいいんだけど。
He's making an entrance. He's shouting and screaming. This is a place he escaped from. Now he's going back there.
なんだ、天守閣の屋根が崩れた。
He went inside where the
様
princess.
が弱み中の。
That is where she's taking her bath.
足がついた。セーフ。
He's gonna turn into a stone if he's not careful.
男。おめえ、その背中の。
He saw it. He saw what's on her back.
どっかで。
見たな。
What the hell? Based on the story that was told, nobody sees those eyes, those two eyes, and survive it. Luffy just glared at it. He saw it. And I'm sure the eyes saw him. But here's the kicker. He says that it looks familiar somehow. Where has Luffy seen such a terrifying two eyes from? Ever since we've been watching One Piece, ever since I've been watching, from the first episode up until now, where has he seen an eye? I can't remember if there was ever a time that such eyes has been shown to us. So I'm not sure how it seems familiar somehow. Maybe there's going to be an explanation on all of that. But this is not going to be a good encounter, because not only did he came back when the warriors were trying to dispose of him, he came right back into the village and he infiltrates and disturbs the princess in her private chambers. And on top of that, he has seen her nakedness to make the matter worse, right? And he saw the two eyes and he did not turn into a stone. So what gives? Let's check out the next episode.
男。
おめえ、その背中の。これ、どっかで。
見たな。
He saw it. And her nakedness.
姉様。姉様、
何事なの？誰だあれは？男？
男がなぜこの国に。
And the fact that they didn't tell her about him when they asked them what has happened while I was gone.
背中を見られた。
では死んでもらうほかないわね。
なんでだよ、背中。
Isn't it the more reason why he should leave?
そなたが見た背中のこれは、わらわたちがたとえ死んでも見られたくないものじゃ。
They would rather die? What gives?
すべて墓場へ持って行け。メロメロメロ。
He's gonna take him out? Wait, you guys remember that clown? What the hell? He didn't work on him. He didn't work on him.
メロメロメロ。
She uses it the second time and still nothing. What the hell? What's going on, man? What's the secret? Luffy, what?
なぜ石化せぬのじゃ。わらわの弱みの姿を見ても何ら心が動じておらぬのか。
そんなバカなことはないわ、姉様。姉様の裸体は老若男女問わず見とれる美しさ。
Maybe it could be that Luffy is not thinking about any sexual image or any sexual
とにかく俺は偉いやつに相手だけなんだよ。
だから
逃がさぬ。ピストルキス。
なんだ、羽帰らねえ。鉛玉じゃねえのか。
Her love bullet bounced off of Luffy.
取り押さえよう。クジャ海賊団。捕まえろ。ロケット。
Good luck catching him off guard like that.
クジャの危機だという時ににょりににょって男の侵入を許すにゃと前代未聞。
You know who this old lady reminds me of? This old lady reminds me of Enyaba. If you guys remember Enyaba from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Stardust Crusaders.
いたぞ、男だ。やべえ。
Luffy has become Spider-Man in a second.
待てお主。3億のこのルーキーがアマゾンリリーにいるはずが。
いたぞ。俺逃げなきゃなんねえから。
I guess the old geezer has figured him out. She's pretty strong for an old lady.
もう逃げられないよ。
Wonder what their reaction is going to be once the old geezer tells them the bounty on this guy's head.
にょ男は。
Then they're gonna be like, oh my goodness, so he's that strong.
さあ取れろこんにゃろ。なんだこの鉄のロープみてえなヘビは。
手遅れだった。入国の経緯など。
Somehow I don't find that surprising. They tied him up with snakes.
では聞くが男。そなた、何の目的でどうやってこの島へ入った？
だから俺もよくわかんねえんだよ。あっという間に空飛んで気がついたらここにいたんだからよ。
嘘をつけ。
Somehow I feel like if he tells her what really happened to him, they might have something in common.
何よわけのわからないこと。ヘビ姫様の言われる通り、その男は嘘をついてるに決まってる。
They're all simultaneously in agreement, thinks that he's lying.
生きてここを出られると思うな。死は免れられぬ。
お待ちください、ヘビ姫様。
She's going to vouch for him now? Out of all of them, she is the only one.
この者はおそらく嘘を言えるような人間ではありません。
Only Margaret. What would she think about all of this? I mean, could it be that she has feelings for him for real, for real?
五国の戦士か。マーガレットと言います。男子禁制のこの国に侵入した時点で死罪は確定。
この男を入国させたのは私です。
What? Okay, right now I think she has feelings for him because only someone who truly likes you, who is truly there for you.
それには理由があるのマッキー。
そうです。森でキノコまみれになっていたこの男を村のものと思い運び込んだだけで。スイートピー、アフェランドラ。
She was gonna take the blame all by herself. But it seems like the others are here also to say that they were also the ones who let him inside the island. Oh, she's coming downstairs. Is she going to kick someone? Who's she going to kick? You know, she likes to kick and push things out. You know?
表を上げよ、正直なマーガレット。わらわは正直者が好きじゃ。言うてみよう。許してほしいか？
She likes honest people. That means she's going to like Luffy for sure, because Luffy is very honest.
お美しいだけではなく、なんと慈悲深いことか。
I was not expecting that type of reaction at all.
メロメロメロ。なんだ。
What the hell? I thought she was gonna forgive them.
おい、お前らどうした？
I thought she forgave them.
おい、
Oh man.
おい、お前。
What the hell?
こいつらに何した？俺の命の恩人だぞ。
そう、そなたを助けたがために罰を受けたのじゃ。また一体誰に命令していると思っている？
早く戻せ。
Man. Well, her powers doesn't work on
バ
Luffy.
キュラを闘技台へ。
バキュラ。
Maybe Luffy might be able to persuade her.
強い者こそ美しい。精一杯戦って散るがよい。わらわたちが見届けてやる。
Oh, she was told.
キュラ、この国の皇帝に代々処刑人として仕える肉食獣。処刑後は人の骨一本も残らぬ。
My goodness. Ooh, and those snakes run away. those snakes seems to be, they don't want the smoke, man. They do not want that big cat smoke right now. They don't want to be dinner.
喜べ男。お前のような貧相な猿一匹でもバキュラは喜んで食らってくれよ。
They are really looking forward to see Luffy get devoured. Ooh! Ooh! Yeah. Damn. He punched dinner out of him. Damn, he turned that panther into Fanta.
強い。バキュラが一撃で倒された。
どうかしてるぞお前ら。仲間が石に変えられてんのに、なんでおめえらヘラヘラ笑ってんだよ。
They're not going to I agree with you, Luffy, man. Just don't even try. They are headstrong.
その子たちが悪いのよ。
They are not gonna go against their princess.
何をしようと許されわらわが美しいから。
You know, she's not lying either. Because of her beauty, anything she does, they're not gonna argue with her.
お前ムカつくな。
姉様しっかり。
そんなバカなことはない。わらわの虜にならぬ男などおるはずがない。
She's a narcissist. And Luffy ain't buying that crap.
男の存在にわらわは大気。
Yeah, she can't stand him because he's not under her control. He doesn't, you know, he's not like any ordinary man.
ユキ、マリーゴールド・サンダーソニア、あの男の首を取るのじゃ。
Good luck with that.
はい、任せて姉様。
Good luck with that. They transformed into an anaconda.
こいつら能力者か。
Luffy is really not bothered like that. He's not fazed by all their antics. Soy! My, oh my, ladies and gentlemen. It is one heck of episodes, man. My goodness. This woman, I literally bought in when she was all nice to her, to Margaret and the others. I bought in that she's going to forgive them the way she came down and she said that she likes honest person. Well, she has to be careful because if you punish an honest person in front of your subjects, that means you want everybody to be bad. You know, you don't want honest people. But then again, she doesn't care because it doesn't matter what she does. Her subjects, the people she rules over, will agree with her regardless of what she does. Because why? Because of her beauty. So in her head, she has such a beauty that it doesn't matter what she does. The people around her will do nothing about it, but like it and love it. And to be honest, that's what we're seeing. Episodes ago, the Marines, the men who were supposed to be against her, who were supposed to fight her, who were supposed to see her as traitor because she declined their offer. She went against the deal that was made. We're not going to attack your island. You're just going to have to make sure that anytime we call you to come and help us, you have to oblige with no words, with no fight, you know? And she agreed at first, but now she doesn't want to fight with the world government because she's afraid, because of her beauty, because she has main character mindset, because she's a narcissist. Well, she has met a man who doesn't give a crap, who is the opposite of everything that she has experienced. And that's the reason why it's going to irritate the crap out of her being around Luffy, because Luffy is just the opposite. And she hardly or even never has met a man who is not subjugate or who is subjected or subjugated to her beauty. So it's going to piss her off. And as we can see, she says that it irritates her watching this man because of the way he is. It irritates the crap out of her. And, you know, it makes absolute sense because it makes sense. But then again, on the other side, I believe that it might somehow, some way create some type of understanding. Because to meet one who is not bought in on your beauty like that, but more into your personality, your character, I think it's going to force her to change a little bit. It's going to force her to look inward and see if, right? If there is room for growth, if there is room for improvement. And in a way, this actually is reality. This is actually a reality check that she's going to get from Luffy right now. Because her powers doesn't work on Luffy, so she's useless when it comes to Luffy. She can't fight him. She can't use her power. Right? That means she's actually will subjugate to Luffy's demands in a way. Because Luffy can overthrow her right now and take over her island. You know what I mean? And as a life lesson, you know, some ladies, not all women, but some ladies, they have this selfish mindset, this main character mentality, this selfishness that they go with. You know, I won't get too deep into it, but most of you guys that are watching know what I'm talking about. Whether you're a man or you're a woman, you know what I'm talking about, you know? And they never get checked. But when they get checked, it's like, what the hell? You know, everybody else that I've met let me get away with what I do. I don't get consequences for my actions because everybody don't tell me the truth, or I don't get checked with my bullshit. You know, she's going to get checked on her bullshit because Luffy looked her in the eye and said, you suck. You piss me off. You're a scum. To have a character such as yours is appalling. And she, as you can see, her reaction, I hate this man. You know, I hate this man. Why is he still here? He should be gone by now. Why is he still breathing? I can't subjugate him with my ability. And I can't fight him physically because I don't think BOA Hancock is that strong. You know, she's a formidable opponent, but that's if she can use her powers on you. Without that power, strength to strength, Luffy will drag her ass all over her island. So let me know what y'all think about this. Will her two sisters be able to catch Luffy off guard or subjugate Luffy? Because as it stands, all the warriors on her island put together, well, they have trouble. If Luffy chooses to get out of here, no one can stop him at this point. Even with their haki arrows, can really, can really subdue Luffy like that. So let me know what you think. Do you think that there's going to end up being an understanding between Luffy and BOA Hancock, or are they going to duke it out, fight it to one gives up, or one gets knocked out, or one is defeated? How will this fight gonna go? Because I'm not sure if this is all BOA Hancock's ability. Maybe she might have something else in her arsenal that she hasn't used yet. But so far, maybe she's going to let her two sisters fight first and see how Luffy fights. And then she's going to get in after. Who knows how this is going to go. But let me know what you think on this episode. Let me know how you feel about her punishing people that are honest, that told her the truth about what happened. And she punished them in front of everybody. What do you think about that? You know, when you punish honesty in front of your subjugates, or in front of your subjects, or in front of your people, when you go that far to punish truthfulness, what kind of seed are you trying to plant? Do you agree with what she did to her subjects that told her the truth, the gospel truth? And she believes her because she knows that Margaret doesn't lie. She's very honest. And even somebody else in the crowd pointed out, Margaret is very honest. She wouldn't lie. So when you go punishing truth, what type of seed is she trying to plant? Do you agree with what she did? Let me know. On that note, see you in the next video.